What's up everybody, Mike Lyons here, continuing on with our superset series. So we're gonna get into a back superset. We're gonna do a seated row wide, and then we're gonna do a variation of a pullover from a high cable position using incline bench. So I'll explain that a little bit later when we get into it, but let's start off with the seated cable row. Out of the two, this is gonna be your more heavier of the two. So in any kind of superset, unless it's arms, I always have one that's a little heavier than the other one, and the other one's more like a pump or a burnout exercise. So with this, same as basically all seated cable rows, you want to set yourself up, keep that chest up, get that full stretch, let those shoulders round out, and you're driving those elbows back, driving those shoulders back, popping that chest out. Where this is seated, so what we're doing is more mid to lower, more lower, because the angle that we're pulling is down towards the belly button. So if I was going more mid, I'd be pulling more bottom of my sternum or breastbone. And realistically, I would do more of like a chest protected row machine if I was gonna do anything more of the upper back. Just with this, I find if you're in a seated cable row and you don't have anything supporting your chest, a lot of people that come up high tend to really start using momentum and they get really jerky with it. So I like doing this stuff really kind of slow and controlled. So come out, really feel that stretch. If you want emphasis on the lower, you go towards kind of abdominal area down towards your belly button. If you're gonna go more mid, you're going sternum, like more lower end of the sternum. It's gonna hit you more mid back. And then it's all on elbow drive. So elbow stay nice and tight down here, and elbow goes away if you're going up here. So that tends to steer you in the right direction depending on where your programming is going or where you're trying to emphasize, but that's going over that. Now we're gonna move into the pullover. Get yourself an incline bench. You're gonna be facing in this fashion. The incline should go right to the cable. We'll start relatively lean or light on this. So this is preferably better with two people, but I'll show you with one. So you're gonna get down into it. So you're gonna grip the rope with these handles here. You get a full stretch. And all you're doing is driving your elbows down and really flexing that lower lat. So it's basically keeping your body using the support of the bench, and you can really overemphasize that lower lat kind of flexation. So as you can see, when I bring it down, I'm almost arching my back, and I'm really flexing those lower lats down in there. Down to my spinal erector, full stretch, down, and you're pulling the rope away. So you're driving your elbows down, elbows stay nice and tight to the side. Common mistakes are if you're lifting too heavy and this is pulling you right off the bench, lighten it up. So big one is, this is more of like a burnout exercise or a pump exercise that I mentioned earlier, because you've already maxed out the muscle doing heavy rows earlier. So the big thing is you want to concentrate on getting that full stretch at the very top, like feel it right in your armpit, and then coming down and really holding that flex for a count of two. Slow control on the way up, feel it stretch out, hold the stretch for a count of two, down, hold it. Slow on the way up, hold that stretch, and then down, flex. And this one, no rep range, you just go. Go right until you can't hold it and control it on the way back up. So you could do a set of 15, a set of 20. It all depends on you, and this is where it's good to have a partner, because where I'm by myself, I got to get myself off this bench, put it back up. So I'm not really going to absolute failure. if you had a partner or someone in the gym, say, listen, man, can you just, I'm going to hand it to you when I'm done. It takes 2 seconds for someone, and 90% of people are going to say yes. So go to absolute failure and just say, hey, man, just take it. And they usually take it. So this is a very, very good exercise for the lower lat into the spinal erector, and for all you bodybuilders out there. So if you're turned around, gonna get ready for your back lat spread, it's that really flexing, getting that Christmas tree fingered out. This is a great one. So getting ready for your competition. It's one of the ones I was shown many, many years ago by other competitors and it seemed to work wonders for my physique. So that was one I'm happy to pass on. So that's a back superset for you guys. Give it a try in your next back exercise. Like I said, this is going to be more of like a midday, more of towards the end of the day. You've already did a pull down. You've already did some heavy, maybe one-arm rows or some plate-loaded rows. And you're going to finish off with these two. Just heavy seated rows and just balls to the wall. The variation pullover. And it'll be good. Trust me.